Okay, so I'm back to go over the vocabulary for this week. So we're going to focus on the root word spect. Maybe take a minute. Can you think of any words that have spect in it? I'm also going to tell you as you focus on spect, it actually means see. Because when you inspect something, you look carefully to see all the details. So these things used to be called spectacles. Why? We use them to see. Again, that's the meaning. We don't really call them that anymore. But so think of maybe some other words that you can come up with. And now we're going to take a look at your vocabulary list. So remember what spect means. Okay, see. So our first word on your list is inspect. And I just talked about inspect. If you inspect something, you look at it and you see it very closely, which a lot of scientists do. I bet you do a lot of that in science. Then we have suspect. Okay. I suspect that it might rain later this week. So when you suspect something, it means you're not really sure. You're not really certain. Okay. I suspect someone might have been fooling around in the bathroom. Can't really say for sure, right? So remember, that's how we look at that word. I'm not really sure. I suspect something is going on. All right, our next word is expect. Now, I know you know this word. You hear it a lot. A lot of us teachers say it to you, right? Your parents might say it to you. This is what I expect of you. So meaning, this is what I want to see. So I want to see. If we use the root meaning and then the prefix meaning, we get look out. It has come to mean really look forward. If you expect something to happen, you believe it will. All right, so remember that. If you expect something to happen. All right, so we can look at it as something to happen. It is stronger. This is stronger than the one I just went over, suspect. That's something you just think will happen. Okay, so what are some things you expect to happen today? Okay, everybody's answer to that will be different. I expect today I will go out in the yard with my dogs. All right, our next word is spectator. So what does a spectator do? Because remember, the OR suffix tells us that it's somebody that does something, right? So it's usually based on the rest of the root word. And we know that spec means see. So we have spectator. Spectator. So remember we have, oops, sorry, I always do that backwards. Okay, so remember the S-P-E-C-T. Okay, that's your root word, to see. So someone who sees, spectator. So you can be a spectator of what? What are things that you can be a spectator of? That's right. So I've been a spectator at some of your sporting events, some of you that are listening right now. Okay, so if you are the spectator, you are the one watching. Then the last one is an interesting one because it's a word we hear a lot, especially at school. Some of you are told that you are just so respectful. So now you might be saying respectful. You know, that's always told like, you know, how I might treat others. Okay, so if you're wondering how that root word see gets in there, let's talk about it. There's a little history behind this one. So the root and prefix in respect, that could be translated to looking back. But this meaning has changed over time, as that happens with a lot of words in our language. So respectful can mean like you look up to somebody, which means you're going to treat them politely because you look up to them. You think they deserve it. And of course, we should respect everyone's rights and treat them as you want to be treated. Okay, so let's go over our vocabulary words once again. Inspect, suspect, expect, spectator, respectful. Okay, so I know that working with your vocabulary words could be a little bit more challenging at home. We usually do the passage. I'm not going to read through that passage with you right now. It does get sent with your other work. All right, so you can look at it that way. But do some work with the words. Think about the other activities that are on your word work. Those are not just for spelling. Okay, because remember, these words, you truly want to make sure you understand the meaning. Okay? All right, I had fun doing some spelling and vocab with you today, and that'll be all till next week. Bye bye.